Hi everyone. So, man, I'm tired. And it's funny because I'm not like tired of working or tired of just like being or whatever. It's not it's not an exhaustion that is like in a negative way. It's just these energies are really super strong right now. And I did say if you watch the Divine Masculine reading, if you were waiting on a personal reading, I'm about a day and a half behind. I'm finding that throughout the day, I have to rest after doing a couple of readings, especially the twin flame readings, because the energies are just so potent right now. And like there was a day last week that I had to take an entire day off because like physically my body was just wiped out and I was purging all day. It was a pretty big ordeal. So thank you for everybody who's being extremely patient with their readings. I really appreciate it. I am getting to you, I promise. I have not forgotten about you. If you have not received an email from me, just know that I'm like a day and a half behind. And I'm doing the best that I can. And I really have to take care of myself so I can serve you guys better. And that's my goal. Self-care is a really big deal in this journey. Yeah, and if you watch the Divine Masculine reading, they are having a very, very big week with the eclipse energies. Things are happening pretty quick right now, pretty quickly. There are a lot of people that are going through their spiritual awakening, and if you have gone through your main, I call it the main spiritual awakening because we're constantly ascending, we're always evolving, our souls are constantly ascending to another level, and when we have energies like this, even if you are awake, an awakened soul, and consciously aware of what's happening, you are probably feeling the same energies. And so please take care of yourself. Please rest as much as possible. I am a really big fan of napping. I am a professional napper. That's what I like to call myself. And so, yeah. Also, workshops. I wanted to talk about the workshops really quick. If you pre-register for the New York workshop or the Boston workshop, you will be put in like a raffle. I will choose one person who is pre-registered. This means, excuse me, buying your ticket online before the door. First of all, twofold. This is a good thing to do because you'll be saving money. The ticket is more expensive at the door the night of the workshop. And you will be put in a raffle for a free FaceTime or in-person reading. So those links are below, or you can go to my website. I also have in-person readings available to purchase for New York and Boston as well, if you would be interested in that. Also on my website, fearlessintuition.net, or you can go below and check out the links for the tickets below. I'll also be doing that for Atlanta, the Atlanta event and the Austin event. This is really, really hot. Like, it's steaming. My tea is steaming. I'll also be doing that for the Atlanta and Austin, Texas events. All of those links are below. They're all live and ready for ticket purchase. So make sure you pre-register so you can be put in a drawing for a free reading. That would be pretty cool. I want to meet everybody, so I'm really, really excited to do this. Come out and see me. I'll be in New York on July 20th, and I'll be in Boston July 27th. So hope to see you there. What else? Oh, I have a limited number of Soulmate readings still available for July, and I am going to start doing twin flame coaching sessions in September. It'll consist of 3 different sessions throughout the month that it will be a one-on-one, either a FaceTime call or a phone call, or Skype, Google, Hangout, whatever works for everybody. It's just a one-on-one coaching session. I'm only choosing 5 individuals to start, or 5 people to start. So if you're interested in doing a twin flame coaching program with me, let me know. Give me a shout. Email. My email address is below in the description box as well. And we can talk about if you would be a good match for that. So, excuse me. Sorry if that was really loud. We're just chatting, you know. I had to take a nap this afternoon. Like I was saying, the energies are really, really potent. I had to take a nap this afternoon after doing the Divine Masculine reading and a couple of personal twin flame readings. And so I'm like, of course, drinking my yogi tea and just like kind of needing to have that boost of energy. So I wanted to do the Divine Feminine energies now because I know that this eclipse is going to be really big for the collective. The Divine Feminine have really been working up to this point in a very, very, very real way. These eclipses will bring unions together. These eclipses will also pull people apart and ask them to separate in order to start healing. I am a teacher that firmly believes in you having your own personal soul contract. And if within your soul contract you decided with your twin flame before you incarnated that you were going to have karmic partners and separate, it is not for me to decide on whether that separation is supposed to happen or not supposed to happen. That's up to your soul. If that's the journey that you're on, that's the journey that you're on. There are a lot of teachers out there that will say it's not your twin. If you're separated from your twin, it's not your twin. It's your false twin. Only false twins go in separation. I am a firm believer to not place anything in a box or judge anybody for the journey that they're going on. So, and I'm not picking on any readers either. I'm simply saying, don't let somebody else determine what your journey is. Make sure that you know your truth and what your journey is. And if you're confused, make sure that the reader or the healer that you're going to understands the twin flame journey enough to say it is different for everybody and the feelings will be different and the situations will be different for everybody, and then work with you on what your specific situation is. Whether that's me, doesn't have to be me. If you resonate with another reader, please go see them. I've said this before. There needs to be more teachers and healers. There needs to be a lot more teachers and healers for this journey because it is a big one and it's really, really tough to navigate on your own. Okay, I've talked for like almost 10 minutes now. So, okay, let's get into the cards. The real shuffling begins, right? If somebody wants to timestamp that, you can go ahead. I know a lot of people don't like to listen to me in the beginning, but whoa, wow, that's a lot. Okay, let's just go with it. I'm feeling like we just need to go with all of these that fell out. All of them. Ooh. Okay, so we have clarity of belief, which is the Ace of Swords. We have daydreams and decisions, which is the Seven of Cups. Of course, I always get this card and then I forget what it is. It's control, number 8 in the major arcana. I will remember what this is as we go through the reading. It always like just leaves my mind and then comes back up at a later, while I'm doing the reading. Win or lose, which is the Five of Swords, and opportunity beckons, which is the Four of Cups. Lots of energy, lots and lots and lots of energy. Very interesting. And this opportunity beckons, I want you to notice that there is an eclipse going on with the moon. And it is the 5th card here that's laid out. And Friday, the 13th of July, it'll be the 12th into the 13th, depending on where you are in the world. So, what I'm feeling with these cards, the Divine Feminine is coming to a place of truth after a time of a lot of confusion and really controlling her own life. We've been talking about this for months with the Divine Feminine and the energies that are surrounding the Divine Feminine. And this doesn't even have to include the Twin Flame journey. This is the Divine Feminine as a collective. And we've also discussed Divine Feminine not necessarily being a 3D term. You can be a male that holds the Divine Feminine energy. I personally hold both energies. Sometimes I lean more towards the feminine. Sometimes I lean more towards the masculine. For the most part these days, I'm very polarized within both energies. But I do have days where I go back and forth. So this week, the Divine Feminine is really, really, really taking control of her life. Because she knows that there are so many opportunities there for her in her existence, in her world. And I feel like the Divine Feminine is saying, enough. Enough of me being confused about everything that's going on all the time in this journey. It is time for me to listen to my truth. It is time for me to take control of my life and take control of my environment. And I feel like even if this is something that she's recognizing that she has to do, it's so not going to be easy to pull back. But she's saying, I'm willing to do this so that I can grow, I can better myself, and my Divine Masculine can grow and better himself. Hisself. Win or lose, the 5 of Swords and the 4 of Cups, opportunity beckons. It's really a time, I don't want the Divine Feminine to feel guilty. A lot of times I feel a lot of, like there's a guilty feeling when it comes to the 5 of Swords because nobody's winning here. I don't want the Divine Feminine to feel guilty. If you feel like you have to pull back, and I say this all the time, if you have to pull back for your own sanity, for your own belief system, in order for you to grow and thrive in your environment, in your world, please do so. That doesn't mean you will be disconnected from your twin. You are always energetically connected. If the Divine Feminine is not in a twin flame journey, and you are just pulling back simply from the world or other relationships, it's okay. It's time to rest. There's going to be a lot of rest needed through this eclipse season. So make sure that you are consciously aware of the thought process that you have. A lot of negative energies or a lot of negative thoughts can come into your mind at this time. If you kind of feel that like creeping up negative thought process energy happening to you, try and bring your mindset back to a place of control. And know that everything is happening for a reason. I know that's a really cheesy saying. I hate when I have to use cliches like that. But it's true. At the same time, it's true. So really come into your own if needed. And breathe. It's so funny because in the Virgo video, and I know not everybody watching me is a Virgo, watching this video is a Virgo, but in the Virgo video, we talked about meditation, very beginning, and going to your happy place. And make sure that you're breathing. Make sure that you're doing a lot of breathing. The Divine Masculine got clarity of belief as well. So there could be a lot of telepathic energies coming through this week. Because swords are communication. Clarity of belief is the Ace of Swords. Swords are communication or thoughts. So you guys could really be talking to each other on a very 4D level in the thoughts. So the first card that came out is the Star, which is all about healing and balance. So this week, the Divine Feminine, taking some time out. Man, I have like something stuck in my throat chakra. I feel like you guys have a lot of things that you need to say. That could be happening here too. You guys could have a lot of things that need to be said. Oof. 6 of Pentacles. Where are you placing your energy? Are you giving your energy to situations, to people who actually deserve it? Or are you, I actually want to say, are you guys partying a lot? 3 of Cups. Sure, the 3 of Cups talks about pre-party situations. That's the easy way to read it. But to me, the 3 of Cups is all about union. And I feel like the Divine Feminine is now putting their energy into the healing process in order to come into union. Because when you look at the 3 of Cups, it's my energy, it's the twins' energy, and then it makes a third energy when it comes together, which is Source. That's why the 3 of Cups is union to me. So if the Divine Feminine is focusing all of her energies this week on healing in order to come into union, that's a very high vibration to have. If the Divine Feminine has to pull back from the twin flame journey, from the twin flame, from life, in order to rest and heal, don't feel guilty about it. Like, literally, if you have to take a day off work, I'm giving you permission to take a mental day off work. There should be more of those given. Don't tell your boss to come see me, though. Please don't say. Betsy the Tarot Reader on YouTube said I could take a day off work. Don't do that. Yeah, 3 of Swords and the 5 of Cups. The reason for this switch in energy, the reason for the needing to pull back is this right here. The 3 of Swords and the 5 of Cups. And this is what I mean by, man, somebody really has some, this was not happening before I turned the camera on. Like, literally, I turned the camera on and my throat started to close up. So somebody really, really needs to open up their their throat chakra by expressing how they feel. I don't know who that is out there, but I think it's time. And a really safe way to do that, if you're not in union or if you're in total separation and you're not in communication with your twin, good way to do that. And actually one of the viewers, Inner Goddess Guidance, she recommended like typing out a letter and not sending it, but like, and then deleting it afterwards. Or what I've done before is write it out. I'm old school and just old. So I wrote it out on a piece of paper and then burned it. I've done that before. If I have things to say and I can't actually say it to the person that I need to say it to, I write it out and then I burn it. So if that's needed, really good practice to have. So I feel like the Divine Feminine is, either this is happening now or this has happened. The 3 of Swords and the 5 of Cups. But this is also, to me, possibly the negative energies or the negative thought process that can happen right now with all the energies being so potent. Because we will get into a state of distress, thinking about disappointments and regrets, things that really, really, really broke us. Things that really broke us, right? And it's not easy when you get into this state of mind. It's not easy. So it's not easy to come out of. There's a lot of ways to overcome negative thought process, but you have to find one that works the best for you. The thing that I typically do when I'm in a state of feeling very negative, and the thoughts that I'm having, they're like on repeat, and it's just like I'm just being mean to myself, really beating myself up. What I'll do is let those thoughts go through my mind, and then I stop and I think, is that logical? But I'm a Virgo, so of course I'm going to go to the is that logical? Is it logical? Probably not. So after I ask myself if it's logical, I think of the negative thought, the one negative thought, I'm not good enough. What's the truth behind that? Oh no, I'm good enough. In fact, I'm better than good. And as my twin likes to put it, I'm gooder than most and deserving of better. So, yeah, gooder. I'm gooder than most. Yeah, it's pretty, yeah, I know what I said. It's okay. So when you get into that state of mind, pick a thought, pick the one that keeps on running through your mind, and then stop yourself and say, like let yourself feel it. Am I good enough? I guess I'm not good enough. I'm just not good enough for him. Let yourself feel it. Let yourself cry if you need to. Purge that out. Figure out what it is. Figure out what triggered you to think that. Is it because you feel abandonment issues? We talked about the fear blockages, right? So you take whatever that fear is that's blocking you. You feel it. Figure out what triggered you, and then you release it, and you think, is that logical? Because I am good enough. In fact, I'm better than good enough. I'm more than good enough. I'm the best. And that's how you turn that thought process around. And so give your energy to the healing aspect of it instead of giving your energy to the pain. You want to release that painful energy. You want to release the hurt behind the thought. Because especially if you're on this twin flame journey, you're here for a reason and a purpose. Everybody is here for a reason and a purpose. There is a reason for you to be alive right now. Whether it is in order to heal the planet, raise its vibration, help others awaken. Doesn't matter what journey you're on. So, this is interesting. We get two divine feminine powers here. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. And we have the Two of Pentacles. It's so funny. Because I feel like what's happening here in the divine feminine energy, it's like, who am I going to choose? How am I going to choose to be this week? Am I going to be the solid, grounded, logical person, or am I going to be extremely emotional, maybe overly intuitive person? I feel like there's a choice that needs to be made from the divine feminine this week. Could also be that you are receiving guidance from somebody. I feel like maybe the Queen of Pentacles is coming to the Queen of Cups for guidance, because the Queen of Cups is that intuitive feeling. It doesn't have to be an earth sign or a water sign. It's just somebody who really needs to find that grounding, or feels grounded but needs to have advice. And it could be the Queen of Cups coming to the Queen of Pentacles, who needs, she's a little too emotional and she needs to find her grounding. But if you have a very good friend that you are coming to for advice, asking for advice, I feel like they're going to help you make this decision. Let's see what the Two of Pentacles is, and then we'll go back and clarify the other ones. I'm curious what the decision is. What is this Two of Pentacles? I actually feel like there's just a lot that the Divine Feminine is juggling, whether it's in her life, in the relationship, whatever's going on with the Divine Feminine this week. Yeah, okay, so there's money. Money, 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 money. Being very independent and abundant. 9 of Pentacles. Focusing. She's choosing to focus on her abundance. So I feel like this is actually the Divine Feminine is the Queen of Pentacles and getting guidance, counseling from the Queen of Cups. So the Star, what is the Star? And that could go any, I'm not going to beat that with a dead horse, but we all know what I'm saying. 8 of Wands with the Star. So really quick forward movement. You could be needing to communicate what you want. Because the Star also talks about wishes and dreams. You could really need to communicate what you want in your life. And not feel like you're held back from it anymore. Don't spend too much energy on thinking like, what is it that I'm going to say? If you feel like you need to, again, communicate about how you're feeling and how you've been hurt, don't spend too much energy. I feel like that might be the counseling that is coming. It could be that you're getting communication in that's going to help heal this hurt and pain. I'm curious, what is the 5 of Swords, which is the win or lose that we got up here as well. So 5 of Swords twice. Don't feel guilty about switching your energy. Don't feel guilty about if you have to put your energy elsewhere other than the twin flame journey. Don't feel guilty about doing that. Please, please, please. I tell clients all the time, you do not have to feel guilty about putting your energy elsewhere. So 3 of Cups. What is this 3 of Cups? So if you, this is what I mean, 9 of Swords on the 3 of Cups. So anxiety filled about union. This is not how you come into union. You can't sit here and be in anxiety and depression and neediness and the neediness is blocking you. The pining, the wanting, the hoping, the wishing, the praying for union, that's what's blocking you from moving forward into union. And in order to get this blockage to go away, you have to find out what disappointments have triggered you. You have to start releasing the negative energies, the negative thought process that roll through your head all the time. 3 of Swords. I feel like that's what the clarity of belief is. I feel like that's what the Ace of Swords is. The Divine Feminine is like, I no longer need to sit here and wonder when we're going to be in union, because timelines are always collapsing and we're building new ones. It is constant, especially with energies that are this potent. So the more you hold space for a higher vibration and know that things are going to move forward in the way that they're supposed to, the more you hold space for that higher vibration of love, the faster union comes. And you have to remember that it's all happening in divine timing, and it's not your divine timing. It's what humanity needs in order for twins to come. I mean, if all twins came into union all at once, that would be way, way, way too much energy going on. There's a reason why everybody is healing at a different pace. There are reasons why timelines, there are reasons why a bunch of twins will come into union all at once, and then some will scatter into union. There's a reason for that, and it's because we have to hold the vibration of the earth in a very real way, in a very different way. And if we all came together all at once, it would be like a nuclear explosion. I know that sounds really dramatic and silly. I can't even imagine what would happen if everybody came together all at once. So, yeah, like we're talking about the Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of the Year in this deck, on the Three of Swords. It's all about divine timing, my dear. Take the swords out and let the wounds heal. You can do that on your own. And the reason why I know you can do it on your own, or with help, with friends, is because of this. Because you are very strong. And you are very independent. So, 5 of Cups. Page of Wands. Yes, it's time to move away from the regret. It's time to move away from the disappointment. It's time to go in a new passionate direction. Go on a new journey. I feel like a lot of divine feminines are really blossoming right now, and it's coming after a time of a lot of sadness and a lot of feeling like they've been defeated. But you also have very good friends around you, whether it's a Queen of Pentacles or a Queen of Cups. Both are very good friends type women. Both will listen and nurture at the same time. Queen of Pentacles is somebody who can keep you very grounded, very logical. Queen of Cups can probably tell you how you're feeling before you tell them how you're feeling. Either way, both people will be able to fulfill you and help fill up your cup. So, the Ace of Cups. If you need to be around friends right now to help fill up your cup, do that. Go have fun this week. Go have fun this week, because this is healing. Yes, it's taking time. You're learning a lot of karmic lessons during this time of healing. But it's happening. Yeah, it's all working in your favor. So don't feel guilty. And like I said, if you really need to say something in order to heal and you're not able to say it to a person that you need to say it to, write it down on a piece of paper and burn it or type it up on the computer. Don't send it, but delete it after you type it up. After you've read it a couple of times, walk away from it, read it. And my dears, cry if you need to. Take salt baths, especially during the eclipse time and the new moon. Take a salt bath. I take salt baths every day just because that really helps clear my energy up. Make sure you're saging or using, I use Palo Santo wood because I like the smell of it. And say, you know, if you pray or in your meditations, just make sure you're really giving yourself positive affirmations. And if those negative thought processes come back in, push them away. Push them away. Acknowledge that they're there. Acknowledge what triggered them. And then tell yourself the truth instead. Because your ego or those negative energies are lying to you. Because you are good enough. And you are strong enough to get through this. And you will be able to do anything. I believe it. I believe it. All right, my dears, have a wonderful week and keep me updated. Let me know how you guys are all doing in the comments below. Let me know what the eclipse is bringing you or taking out of your life. And make sure you check out the workshop links below. And I love you all. Take really good care of yourselves. Bye.